Yankees come to town red hot, charging through June with 19 wins. But the Rays have won 7 straight versus the Bronx Bombers in the Trop, and look to Matt Moore to make it 8 tonight. It's an AL East showdown right now on Sun Sports. Tonight we welcome you to Tropicana Field. The Rays homestand continues. This is game 1 of the 3-game series between the Rays and the New York Yankees. The Yankees, after a red-hot month of June, and the Rays struggled through the same month. The Yankees with a 6-game lead on Baltimore. The Rays have dropped to 4th. They are 7 1/2 games off the pace behind New York. Hi again, everyone. Welcome to an evening of Rays baseball with Brian Anderson. I'm Dwayne Statz. Great to have you aboard. We'll be hearing from Todd Callis in just a few moments. Well, this is a crucial series for the Rays against the Yankees. The Yankees come in red hot. They lead the major leagues in home runs. And when you look up and down that lineup, still the spirit of this New York ball club is the 38-year-old guy at the top of the order, Derek Jeter,
who's still getting it done. And this is going to be a great test tonight for Matt Moore. Not only the lineup, but Derek Jeter right at the top, designed to try to get things going out of that leadoff spot. And boy, is he ever. 2nd in the American League in hits. He's killing the ball on the road. He's 382 against left-handed pitching, doing a tremendous job. Now, I will say this. The Rays have had a tremendous approach against Derek Jeter this year, just 5 out of 37. So expect Matt Moore, having not faced this team since last year, to continue to follow that game plan.
Yeah, speaking of Matt Moore, the 23-year-old lefty, after a very slow start, as you know, he got off to a 1-5 beginning of the season. He's been very good recently and had a very good month of June.
Yeah, at the last 5 starts for Matt Moore, he has really started to turn the corner, and it can all be taken back to his command of his fastball. It has allowed him to cut his walk rate significantly, and the results have followed. You can see 3-0 record, the ERA 3.16, good opponent's average. The other thing that we've seen from Matt, the changeup has been good, but that curveball has become much more of a weapon. Expect all 3 to play an important part in tonight's ballgame.
And that game you referenced, his first major league start, that came last September when he threw 5 shutout innings against the Yankees in New York. American League East showdown on tap. And when we come back, we'll hear from some of the Rays players how important this series is. Brought to you by Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealer for great deals on the amazing lineup of Toyota vehicles. Toyota, moving forward. By AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. By Tires Plus, the plus is in everything we do. And by Nissan, get to a Nissan dealer for great deals on innovation you can count on. Innovation for all. Rays and the Yankees tonight from inside Tropicana Field. Right now, let's go to Todd Cowles. Todd?
Thanks, Dwayne. Exactly 3 weeks ago today, the Rays had the best record in the American League. They now have the 7th best record in the AL, unfortunately trending in the wrong direction. In our Toyota trend, we go back even further to the beginning of June, and you'll see that the Rays led Baltimore by a game then. The Yankees were a game and a half back in third, but since New York has won 20 games against 7 losses, while the Rays are 11-16 during that time. Rays manager Joe Maddon said that lessons learned from 2011 in patience can be applied to 2012.
I remember last year on September 1, we were 9.5 games out of first place, so I don't get really riled up about these moments. It's about remaining positive because I believe that's the best way to do it. It's the best way to come out of it. Most every team's going to go through some difficult moments during the course of a Major League Baseball season. This is ours. And how you handle that really sets you apart from maybe another group.
So 2 minutes and 10 seconds till the opener between the Rays and the Yankees. Freddie Garcia for New York, Matt Moore for Tampa Bay. Dwayne and B.A. with all the action right around the corner on Sun Sport.
Game is presented in high definition, brought to you by H.H. Gregg. Rays in the season series have won 5 and lost 4 to the Yankees, including 3 straight at the beginning of the year here. So they're 3-0 at home against New York. And here is the lineup put together by Joe Girardi. Derek Jeter leads it off, followed by Curtis Granderson and Mark Teixeira. Alex Rodriguez, Robinson Cano, and Nick Switzer down the middle of the order. Andrew Jones is in left. Jason Nix at shortstop. Chris Stewart will do the catching at bat ninth.
Now taking the mound tonight for the Tampa Bay Rays is going to be left-hander Matt Moore, making his 16th start of the season. And guess what? We're into the summer months, and guess who is heating up? Matt Moore sticking to the script. This was a guy 0-1 in April, 1-4 in May. All of a sudden, you flip to June in 5 starts. He's 3-0 with an ERA barely over 3. The fastball command has gotten much better. He's cut his walk per 9 by 1.5 in the last month. And that's what's allowed him to have a lot of success, and he will need that fastball command against a very dangerous and patient Yankee lineup. Let's take a look at the Rays defense. In the outfield, left to right, Desmond Jennings, B.J. Upton, and Hideki Matsui. Across the infield, third to first, Will Rhymes, Elliott Johnson, Ben Zobrist, and Carlos Pena. Jose Lobaton will be behind the plate. Tonight's Ray defense brought to you by Sweet Base Supermarkets, home of the new Sweet Spot Burgers.
We're set to play baseball. Derek Jeter in the batter's box. Matt Moore atop the mound. And the first pitch of this game presented by Pinch a Penny. And that's a fastball up and away. We are underway. 1 ball, no strikes, the count to Jeter, who comes into this game hitting .299. Lifted toward right center field. That ball's going to be in there. It will one-hop the fence. Jeter's on his way to second with the leadoff double. Jeter's 14th double and his 99th hit of the year.
Well, second in the American League coming into this ball game with 98 hits, and here it is, typical Derek Jeter. His ball is left out over the middle of the plate. He's so very proficient at going the other way, staying inside the baseball. And this one, he's able to juice out into the gap for a leadoff double.
So right away, the Yankees have a scoring opportunity. Jeter with that stroke to right center field, and those numbers indicate that. Here's Curtis Granderson. Pitch is a strike, fastball, and at 96. Granderson at 246. The 23 home runs puts him in the top 5 in the league in home runs. The Yankees have hit 124 home runs as a team, leading the major leagues. Bounce foul, 0-2.
And that is something I think you're going to see an awful lot of tonight, is Matt Moore trying to crowd these Yankee hitters with the big fastball in because of that. These Yankee hitters, they like to get extension, really take aggressive hacks, so you will see Matt Moore against the righties and lefties try to bring that heat right in on their hands.
And Granderson up in the number 2 spot and playing half of his games at the new Yankee Stadium. 23 home runs, half of his RBI total due to home runs.
He has taken full advantage of the new digs.
Fouls this one back, a fastball that's out of play. So the count holds at 2 strikes.
And he's not afraid to get right up on the plate. He knows that short porch out in right field, and very, very aggressive. I've seen him be able to turn around David Price fastball, so you got to be careful with him.
Down to first, backhanded by Pena. He'll race Granderson to the bag as Jeter advances to third. Granderson becomes the first out here in the top of the first.
Well, that was some good hitting there by Granderson. You had 2 strikes on him, and he gets a breaking ball by Moore. He's able to go out there and get it to the right side, and even though it was an out, it moves Derek Jeter over to third with less than 2 outs.
Now Mark Teixeira stepping in. Teixeira 242 with 13 home runs. 230 as a right-handed hitter. And that pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Joe West is calling the balls and strikes tonight. And if you can consistently keep that ball around the corner, good chance you'll get a strike. And there's another one. 0-2.
And that pitch was right out over the plate, but the changeup fooled Teixeira. He went to go get it, said, wait a minute, that's not going to be here in time. Let me hold up. Watch where this pitch ends up. Teixeira just can't pull the trigger because he's fooled the fact that it was a changeup.
3-0-2. Popped right side toward the line. Matsui's on the run, and he misjudged it, loses it. The run is going to score, and Teixeira will wind up at second base. Matsui misplays the ball in right field, all the while thinking about, I'm sure, trying to get himself into some position to throw with Jeter, the runner, at third base, and it winds up dropping just to the right of Matsui. 1-0 New York.
Well, that's exactly what he was trying to do. He gets over there and then realizes that he has gone too far, trying to get himself camped underneath that high fly ball there by Teixeira. It was shallow enough that he was going to have a play. You got to catch it first.
So the Yankees break out in front. Teixeira at second, and here's Alex Rodriguez. The pitch is high. Of course, Matsui, right field, as we've discussed earlier, right field, something that he has not played a lot of, and he has made a handful of starts for the Rays. He's probably started more games for the Rays since he's been here in right field than he has in the last 10 years collectively in right field.
Well, and it's another one of those situations where there is no air. Nothing's going to go up on the board, but again, a defensive letdown, and it's cost a run, and hopefully just that one run, because you still have Teixeira out there at second base with just one out. It could lead to more.
2-0 the count to Alex Rodriguez. And a liner into center field. One hop to Upton. They'll stop Teixeira. The throw cut off by Pena. Rodriguez singles into center, and it's first and third with one away.
Well, here you go. They get a good shot of this. Alex Rodriguez staying right down and through that baseball, and he just has that up the middle approach on that particular swing, and he shoots it right to BJ in center. And first and third now.
Now Robinson Cano. Talk about red hot. This guy certainly is that. 20 home runs and a .310 batting average. And a base hit up the middle on a fastball. Teixeira scores. Rodriguez stops at second, and Cano on that first pitch at 97 sent it right back through the middle.
I'm going to tell you something right now that we've seen from Robinson Cano, not only this year but even into last year. No other hitter comes to mind that is so aggressive, especially against Rays pitching on the first pitch. You put it anywhere near the zone and he puts a big swing on it all the time. So very aggressive, and he takes this one right back up the middle. You see the head down. The pitch was down. Good hitting by Cano back up the middle, and the Yankees have jumped out to a 2-0 lead. 2 aboard now.
Jeter and Teixeira have scored. Rodriguez moves to second on the base hit by Cano. And that will get Nick Swisher to the plate. Swisher .270 on the year. .243 is a right-handed hitter. And the pitch is a strike. Change up. Now the 0-1. And that's down. A ball and a strike. So Matt Moore trying to settle in here in the first inning. 2 runs, 4 hits.
Well, this Yankee lineup recognizing the fact that Matt Moore, they didn't see him last year. That was the first time that they had seen him. Got a little bit more of a track record now. They understand that he likes the fastball early, trying to throw strikes and get ahead. They've been aggressive.
That's going to be a strike. 1-2.
That's why it'll be important for Matt Moore. Not that he has to shy away from that fastball, but you've just got to put it in good spots. You've got to find that outer third, use that changeup to take advantage of the aggressiveness of this Yankee lineup, and then start to sprinkle in that curveball.
One, two. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch down and in. Yankees beginning a 7-game road trip tonight. They have these 3, and then they'll move into Boston for 4. 2-2. And he just missed. That time Swisher laid off the change of pace.
Just a little bit down out of the hand. That was a good take by Swisher.
Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 men on, 1 out. And it's fouled back. He reared back with a fastball.
And he almost got it by him. After that changeup that was down, you get the hitter looking down, trying to put something in play, and then he surprised him with that 96 up. And this pitch just about gets by him, but Swisher able to foul it off and stay alive.
Three-two again. Ground ball short, stop. Johnson to Zobrist, 1, first base 2, and that will take care of New York in the top of the first. The Yankees score 2. The Rays get the double play to limit the damage. 2-0 with the Rays coming in to hit. Two runs in the first for New York. The Rays are coming in to hit. And here's the lineup put together by Joe Madden. Desmond Jennings, Carlos Pena, and B.J. Upton, 1, 2, 3. Down the middle, Hideki Matsui, Ben Zobrist, and Luke Scott. Jose Lobaton behind the plate. Will Rhymes at third hits 8th, and Elliott Johnson, the shortstop, bats 9th.
Now taking the mound tonight for the New York Yankees is going to be right-hander Freddie Garcia. He started out the season in the rotation through 4 starts. He was 0-2 with a 12.51. Yankees then sent him to the bullpen. He had 10 appearances out of the bullpen, recorded an ERA of 1.56 and a 190 average against, and then because of the injuries, obviously, has moved back into that rotation, throwing the ball much better.
First pitch to Jennings, and he drops that one in there for a strike. Hit 88 to begin with, and that's about where he's going to top out.
What's all that?
Outside and low. 1 ball and 1 strike. It's all about the differential.
But if you're going to throw 88, you better locate. I'll say that much.
Yep. Down and away. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, that's one thing he will do. Freddie Garcia throws just about everything but the kitchen sink at you. Sliders, split, change.
And this one off the glove of Garcia, deflecting to Cano. And Jennings is out of there. So that's 1-4-3 on the putout.
Now let's take a look at the Yankee defense as it lines up in the outfield left to right. Andrew Jones, Curtis Granderson, and Nick Swisher. Across the infield third to first, Alex Rodriguez, Jason Nix, Robinson Cano, and Mark Teixeira. Chris Stewart will be behind the plate. Tonight's Yankee defense brought to you by Sweet Bay Supermarkets, home of the new Sweet Spot Burgers.
Now Carlos Pena. Garcia, 36 years old. And that slow breaking ball comes in high. 1 ball, no strikes.
On tonight's game and all season long, Tires Plus will donate $100 to the Pediatric Cancer Foundation for every Tampa Bay Rays home run televised on Sun Sports and Fox Sports Florida.
Pitch drops low. A breaking pitch. 2-0. Jeremy Hellickson and Jeff Neiman. The Rays dugout. Swing and a miss right there. And it's 2-1.
Like a little cutter. Took some speed off of that even. 82 miles an hour, just kind of floating in there. But that's what he'll do. I mean, he's got a range, and he'll hit just about every number in between.
Pena tried to check, but could not.
So he kind of backdoors the cutter, and then all of a sudden yanks this one almost like a slider down and in.
Took a shot with a fastball on the inside part and just missed.
And you know what? That talk about a surprise pitch. Freddie Garcia very rarely throws that fastball in. Right there trying to catch Carlos Pena looking out over the plate and just missed his spot.
Yeah, and he hit 90 with that pitch. A chopper foul. So we'll see another 3-2 delivery.
Well, his last time out, last appearance was against the Indians out of the bullpen on the 27th of June. He threw 32 pitches, and then to get ready for this game, he ended up going down into the cage after that, throwing another 30 or so, trying to stretch himself out. Sorry, 33 pitches plus 30.
3-2 again, and a high fly ball lifted into center field, and Granderson was there to make the catch. Well, what we saw in that at bat with Pena is what we're going to see out of Garcia. The spread was from 71 to 90.
Right.
90 surprised you. 88's about it for him. The one pitch in 90. But we had an 82, an 84, an 83, a 71, 90.
He's going to try to touch every number in between, I'm telling you.
B.J. Upton. And the pitch is a strike. Well, that's what he can have going for him. The guessing game if you're a hitter up there. Up and in a bit. 1 ball, 1 strike. New York scored 2 in the top of the first. Went into right field. Swisher closing, and he got it. Swisher cutting to his left and coming in, got there just in the nick of time. Swisher makes the catch, and the Rays are up and down 1-2-3 at the end of an inning. 2-0 New York.
lead over the Rays. Tonight's game is available in Espanol via SAP, brought to you by Coventry Healthcare of Florida. And our men are back, D-Wayne.
It's great how cooperative they are, especially for that read.
Yeah,
in full regalia.
Full regalia, and it's not even, I think ballot time is over for the All-Star game, obviously. So, and they're still here, because you remember before, they had the system and the hats.
Looking for something else to do.
And
so we'll keep an eye on them and see if they find it.
Well, they haven't up to this point.
Just doesn't seem right that they're not busy right now.
Shuffling something.
Yeah. Well, we'll check back. Andrew Jones leads off here in the top of the second. He takes the first pitch, and that's in there for a strike. Starts him with an off-speed pitch. This one is wide. It's 1-1. Strike two. On the 22nd of May, the Yankees were at 500, 21-21. Since then, they've gone 27-9. They're up by 6 games now in the American League East. Big cut foul back on that 96-mile-per-hour fastball. And so Joe Girardi's club right now 48-30. Pretty good looking pitch right there. Just missed with the curve.
That curveball needed just a couple more rotations just to get down a little bit further. Joe West not liking that one. Fox Tracks did.
I'd take it. 2-2 and a pop-up. Elliott Johnson calling for it. Near the line and left, out from shortstop. We got him with a fastball there after that curveball just missed.
Hey, you look at what this Yankee ball club has done. You talk about putting the pedal through the floor. I mean, everybody, you remember, I mean, it was everything's bunched up.
Sure.
You had 2.5, 3 games were separating all the teams in the division, and then all of a sudden it was like, see you later.
And here's the frame of reference. We talked about the AL East being tough and everybody over 500. Well, everyone is still over 500. The Blue Jays start the night running 5th, 40-39, and the Yankees still have a 6-game lead over second place Baltimore and 8.5 over Toronto. 1-0 the count to Jason Nix. One ball, one strike. Nix in there at shortstop. He's been there on 6 different occasions this year. Lines it into left. Jennings is there, and Desmond makes the grab. So 2 up and 2 down. Enjoy your favorite dessert with Carlos. Sunday, July 15th, the Rays take on the Red Sox. And as part of Family Fun Day presented by the Tampa Bay Times, and the first 10,000 youngsters 14 and under receive a Carlos Pena ice cream bowl and spoon. That set presented by Carvel.
Ooh, look at that. Is that like a little helmet?
Pretty good, huh?
Upside down helmet. Hey, I remember the Evan Longoria cereal bowls. My kids still dig them.
Love them. Yeah.
Been years.
That spoon is a bat, by the way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's it's a nice little touch.
A strike. Chris Stewart, the catcher. Well, again, the Rays with those premium items right out front, and that'll be another good one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Let's take another look at that ice cream bowl and spoon. Look at that. Just
there you go.
Spoon like a bat. Just that alone, a great item. You might have to collect a few of those.
No question.
Take those on the road.
Maybe to Cleveland.
Yeah. Go good with airline food. Ground ball to third, and it gets by Rhymes, backed up by Johnson, but by then no play, and Stewart is on.
You know, that ball was hit hard by Stewart to the glove side of Will Rhymes. You see he's got a good look at it. One step, go down, and it's just able to sneak underneath the glove. Got a good opportunity to make this play, and it just gets by him.
Well, they rule it a hit. A couple of tough breaks there by what the Yankees have gotten as hits in regard to Matt Moore's line. Moved to first. The ball was sharply hit, but you'd expect Rhymes to make that play the same way you'd expect Matsui to catch the ball in the first inning. Now the pitch to Jeter, and that's a strike.
Yeah, and I think as this game moves along, for Matt Moore to have any kind of sustained success, he's going to have to mix in that curveball like he did that second start against the Miami Marlins. Some first pitch strikes with it. Get these guys off of the straight stuff. So some curveballs early as you start to move through this lineup for the second time.
Jeter sends it up the right field line toward the corner. That's going to be foul and out of play. So the count is 2 strikes. Two strikes the count to Jeter. And a cut and a miss. Jeter out on strikes on a curveball. We go to the bottom of the second. It's 2-0 New York.
Well, Saturday, August the 4th, the UFC returns to Fox with 4 massive fights, including knockout artist Shogun Rua taking on Brandon Vera in the biggest fight of his career, plus an epic bout between former UFC champ Lyoto Machida and rising star Ryan Bader. UFC Fight Night on Fox, sponsored by Bud Light, is live from Los Angeles on Saturday, August the 4th at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific.
Headed back into the bottom half of the second inning here. You see Jeff Keppinger has a bat. Hideki Matsui came into the dugout and then headed up the runway, and we can see him right there pull up and grimace as he was chasing that foul ball toward the right field corner. And after the inning, he went into the dugout, and so he's going to be lifted here. Went back up the runway toward the clubhouse, checking with Joe Madden there, and so he's going to be lifted. Jeff Keppinger will come off the bench, and he'll hit here in the place of Hideki Matsui. So the Rays will be switching their lineup and most likely their defensive deployment as well. So Keppinger will pinch hit here for Matsui. Keppinger lines the first pitch into left for a base hit. First pitch fastball, and Keppinger comes right off the bench and singles into left.
Yeah, there you go. This pitch stays elevated, never gets that outside corner. Keppinger just puts a nice swing on it, lines that ball out to left field, nothing to it.
That'll be Ben Zobrist. Breaking ball, it's too low to Ben Zobrist. We'll take a look at the Circle K leaderboard there, and Ben Zobrist since the 8th of June hitting .408 with a .506 on base percentage. Move the count to 1-1.
You could trace that right back to that time that he spent with Derek Shelton in New York, working on trying to speed up his hands. Boy, has he. You know, he's got that ability to use those hands to be quick with them. He keeps the bat flat in the zone for a long time.
And he pops it up. It's coming straight back. Will be out of play.
And the thing about it is, it's not been just one side of the plate where he's swung the bat well. And he's hitting, during that streak, he's hitting .480 right-handed, .370 left-handed.
Well, Carlos Pena wants to get into that same conversation with Derek Shelton there in the dugout. Ben with 10 home runs on the year. And a high fly ball back toward the right field corner. Is it fair? Switcher all the way back, and that ball is foul. Well, Zobrist making a bid just to the foul side of the pole.
Well, that was a cutter. You can laugh about it when that ball goes foul. This ball cutting in. Watch Ben pull the hands in. Pulls the hands in. He gets the barrel to it. Now the question is... There's your answer. You can see it pass in front of the pole, and that was just barely foul.
And back in the batter's box, down 1-2 in the count. Makes the pitch low, covered up by Stewart. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ben had a couple of hits in the game yesterday here against the Tigers, including a double and a run scored. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Ground ball, that's going to be foul. Ben, one of the few positive stories for the Rays offensively in the month of June. The Rays, as you know, were 12-15 in June and hit only .222. Happy to see Ben get it going here the last 3 weeks. Looking for more of the same from Luke Scott, who's on deck. A high fly ball, shot to right center. On the track is Swisher, and he makes the catch. So Swisher had time to get over there on that towering fly ball to right center.
Now this ball was up just a little bit too far. Ben Zobrist, watch his swing. Tries to stay level and get on top of it, but just not quite enough. Good solid contact, but too high.
One away with Keppinger still at first. Luke Scott. Luke's average at 207. Spent some time on the shelf with back issues. And he takes a pitch away. 1 ball, no strikes. So the Rays still feel that if they can get Scott completely in a groove with Zobrist, Joyce, Matt Joyce, there's some relatively good news on him about his possible return. Oblique is a problem for him, and they're starting to feel some optimism about the idea that he'll be back soon. There's no particular timetable on Evan Longoria right now, but the Rays really need to get Scott hot and Joyce back in the lineup to go with Zobrist to give this lineup some pop. And there's a line drive, but to Teixeira, who doubles up Keppinger. Well, he hit it hard on a line, and Teixeira was right there to catch it and make the unassisted double play. 2-0 through 2, New York. For Matsui in the bottom of the second. Keppinger will stay on to play third base. Will Rhymes will move from third base to second base, and Ben Zobrist goes out to play right field. And for a little bit more on the Hideki Matsui situation, let's go to Todd Callis. Todd?
Yeah, Dwayne, you guys caught it as he approached the wall there in right field. They're going to call it a tight left hamstring. So Matsui leaves the game with a tight left hamstring. Back to you.
All righty, thank you. Pulled up just before he got to the line there. As we go to the third, it will be Granderson, Teixeira, and Rodriguez. The pitch to Granderson is a strike. strike two. Nothing at two. Ooh, there's a strike call. Couple of breaking pitches and then the fastball, and that froze it.
How about that sequence there? Get me over with a couple off speed and then dial up the heat right on the outside corner. How about this for a closing pitch? What are you going to do with that? Foul it off maybe. He gets the call from Joe West. Nice start here to the third inning by Moore.
Mark Teixeira. Pitch is high. 1 ball, no strikes. A liner foul. Get down into the landing. A souvenir. The count goes to 1-1 on Teixeira. It's down 2-1. Matt Moore celebrated his 23rd birthday in June and had more than that to celebrate. He had a very good month of June, was 3-0. Run average a little over 3 for the month and averaged a little bit more than a strikeout per inning. Now around Teixeira's feet for ball 4. Teixeira goes to first, on for the second time tonight. Going to bring up Alex Rodriguez. Rodriguez singled into center his first time. And the pitch is a strike. Rodriguez taking the fastball. And down, it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Alex Rodriguez, the all-time home run list, he would be 5th. He has 642. Willie Mays is 4th at 660. 2 balls and a strike. So Alex Rodriguez with 642, 46 of those home runs against Rays pitching. There is the all-time list. Bonds, Aaron, Ruth, and Willie Mays, and Alex Rodriguez. The count is 3-1. Pitch just missed. A fastball. Back-to-back walks here in the third of Teixeira and Rodriguez to get to Cano, and these 2 walks will get Jim Hickey trotting to the mound.
Absolutely. Well, first he saw the beautiful sequence to Granderson, a 3-pitch strikeout looking, and then the back-to-back walks. Pitches, he's missing a lot of those pitches below the zone, trying to be careful with this lineup. And he got the uber hot Robinson Cano coming to the plate. Let's look at the scouting report on Robinson Cano, brought to you by Coventry Healthcare of Florida. Power surge coming into this ball game, and I actually had to ask you, Dwayne, if I was correct with what I read.
Yep.
Last 14 games for Robinson Cano, he has homered in 9 of them.
Yeah, he's player of the week. He's actually should be player of the last 2 weeks.
I mean, easily, and change the approach, because after that first at-bat against the Rays this year, he's hitting 400.
And a liner right back to the mound. He broke his bat, and this time Moore's going to get the double play with a toss to Pena. So Cano again went after a fastball that broke his bat, and he lines into a double play to retire the side.
Third inning, the Yankees lead 2-0. It's already been quite an eventful day for the Rays starting catcher. At 10 this morning, in a very quiet ceremony here at Tropicana Field, Jose Lobaton married Nina Dominguez. Just a few people on hand. Nina's mom, Carlos Pena, his wife Pamela, and they didn't want any video of the wedding. They wanted to low-key it. They just decided a couple of days ago to get the wedding done here at Tropicana Field today. So guys, 10 this morning at home plate. He was married. It's worked out well for Rays senior advisor Don Zimmer, who was married in Elmira prior to a minor league game. He and Soot in August will celebrate anniversary 61. Back to you.
Well, that's a great precedent. Let's wish the Lobatones well, and hope that they can come close to duplicating that. 1 ball, no strikes, the count. Lobaton fouls one away. Rhymes next, and then Johnson. One ball, 2 strikes. There's a liner into right, charged by Switzer, and he is there.
Second baseman, number 10, Will Rhymes.
Going to bring up Will Rhymes. Rhymes now playing second base. He started the day at third because of the tight hamstring suffered by Hideki Matsui. The Rays had to shift that lineup around a little bit. So here's Rhymes. Will takes the pitch for strike. Rays facing Freddie Garcia. Pitch is high. It's 1-1. Kansas City's out in front of the Blue Jays in Toronto, bottom of the third. That's a 4-2 Kansas City lead. And a liner into left. That's going to drop for a base hit. One hop in front of Andrew Jones. Rhymes is aboard. 1 out single. Give your child an experience he or she won't be able to stop talking about this summer. Rays baseball camps, ideal for boys and girls of all ages. Learn to hit like Ben Zobrist and pitch like David Price on the same field where they play. Visit raysbaseball.com/camps. Here's Elliott Johnson. Elliott, switch hitter, as you know. He's hitting .342 left-handed, .268 overall. Ball, no strikes. A couple of home runs hit in that Kansas City at Toronto game. Salvador Perez hit a home run for Kansas City. Jose Bautista, number 27 for the Blue Jays. 27. Pitch popped up. It's Alex Rodriguez taking care of that popper. 2 gone.
Boy, it looked like a backdoor cutter there by Freddie Garcia, and that ball tantalizing as it just kind of cuts into the zone. And you get the feeling that ball's going to get crushed, but the change of speed and just a little bit out in front. Look at this, just coming in there right into the swing, but you see Elliott Johnson was a touch early, and that ball off the end of the bat and straight up.
Yeah, when Garcia's good like that, you talk about being a technician. He just tinkering here and there with the strike zone and the pitch.
And the hitter.
Desmond Jennings. Rhymes at first. Slow breaking ball at 70 is a strike. Garcia making his first start since the 28th of April. Came in on Jennings and he fouls it.
That fastball was running in on Desmond as he goes to start his swing, or actually just start his hands. That ball runs in and clips the bat. Watch this thing come track in and just hit that bat. Frustrating strike there.
0-2 the count. It's 1-2. The Rays down 2-0 here. Dropping the game yesterday 5-3. They've scored 3 or fewer runs in 10 of their last 15 games.
Tough to win.
Rhymes back in at first. Carlos Pena would be next if Jennings could keep the inning going. And a ground ball to short. The toss from Nix to Cano, close out there to retire the side. We're through 3. Strolling through the Trop here, 2-0 New York. That's been it in the scoring department so far. With the fourth inning, time for our AT&T trivia question. What four active players have 3 consecutive seasons hitting over 300 with 20-plus home runs? Looking for the 4 active players with 3 consecutive seasons hitting over 300 with 20-plus home runs.
Well, I can tell you right now, all 4
Yes.
are pretty good. Pretty good players.
Yep. That's a good scouting report.
It's a start.
Okay, good. 2 in each league. 2 in each league.
Double threat guys.
Yep.
Power and average.
Here's Nick Swisher. Takes the pitch high. 1 ball, no strikes. A quick cut at the fastball that's fouled back. 1 ball, 1 strike. A lot of power in that New York lineup. Hit 124 home runs as a team. Count goes to 1-2 on Swisher. Missed the breaking ball. Anderson with 23 home runs. Cano has 20. A lot of guys in double figures, including Swisher. He has 12. A little popper, short center. Rhymes out. He got it. Rhymes with that little second baseman's glove had just enough to gather it in the webbing.
You see, this was a breaking ball that gets kind of nubbed out there. And Will Rhymes gets a nice break on it, and that little hop at the end.
Yep.
Able to corral it. That ball goes actually right into the palm.
Yeah, there's not much of a webbing there.
No.
The second baseman's glove's smaller than the average glove, so they can turn a double play
You can
quickly.
do yard work with it, too.
Yep. As opposed to those outfielders' gloves. Sometimes those gloves are as big as their torso.
What?
Those are big gloves out
They
there.
are big gloves.
Grab those fly balls.
Get your hand lost in there looking for a
Right.
baseball.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, you got to have that little thing, make the quick transition.
Jones up in the count. And he hits a high fly ball to center. And Upton waiting for that. Catches it in that big center fielder's glove out there.
Well, for all the latest updates on your Tampa Bay Rays, log on to TampaBay.com. From the diamond to the clubhouse, we bring you the in-depth news, stories, and scores 24 hours a day only at TampaBay.com. Powered by the Tampa Bay Times.
So 2 up, 2 down. Jason Nix will be the hitter. Nix line to left his first time. Takes a big rip at a fastball. Strike 1 as he fouls it back. This one is down. 1-1. Pitch is down. 2 balls and a strike. Ground ball. That's going to go through the hole into left. Nix is aboard. 2-out single. That will get Chris Stewart, the catcher, to the plate. Stewart got credit for a base hit his first time. The Yankees got him in early April from the San Francisco Giants. He's done a pretty good job backing up in New York. Pitch is down. 1 ball and no strikes. Also Martin pretty much been there every day, catcher. Martin had a little lower back stiffness and struggled at the plate recently. 1 ball, 1 strike, and so Chris Stewart gets a chance to catch tonight. Nix at first, 2 outs. Runner takes off. The pitch is a strike, and the throw 1 hops in, but it's a stolen base for Jason Nix. Off speed pitch, and Nix picks up his 3rd stolen base of the year in 4 attempts.
Well, this is what you see. If a left-handed pitcher, you're going to go on first move. Watch the high leg kick. That takes an awful long time. On top of that, it was a changeup. And so Nix is able to get in quite easily.
Foul ball. Ball game in the 4th. The Yankees scored 2 runs in the 1st when Jeter doubled. Teixeira got a double that was misjudged by Matsui in right field. That drove in a run, and after Rodriguez singled, Cano singled home the other run. 1-2 pitch. Popped up right side. Rhymes after this one. He's got it. No runs, a hit, and a man left. Bottom of the 4th coming. 2-0 New York.
Continue to lead the Rays 2-0. Guess what, Dwayne? Bottom of the 4th, coming through the lineup the 2nd time. Guess what the Rays do not have up to this point?
A walk.
Right. Remember we talked about it? Talk about, we throwing out that number of 4 walks.
Yeah.
Did a little research.
Yes.
When the Rays walk 3 times or less, they are 15 and 24.
Yep.
When they walk 4 times or more, 26 and 14.
There you go.
There you go. And in fact, if you look up all their wins, they average about 4.4 walks in their wins. They average about 2.8 in all of their losses.
I got you. Yeah, the walk's a big part of their offense. No question.
It really is. And we talk about that magic number 4, and I said, we got to figure this out.
Yeah.
And it seems to be that is the number they need to get to.
Well, let's see what happens here with Carlos Pena taking a first pitch strike. Well, So far, first time through the order, the Rays had only one hitter that worked the count to 3-2, and that was Carlos.
Now, a lot of that has to do with the guy out on the mound. He's just coming in, pounding the zone with all of those different pitches, a lot of different looks.
1 ball and 1 strike to count.
And that's why a pitcher like Freddie Garcia, when they're on top of their game and able to locate all their pitches around the zone, they can be just as frustrating to face as a guy who can blow you away with 97, 98.
That's right. And with this variety of pitches, and we've already illustrated the range of velocity that he has. Not going to throw hard. He's hit 90 once or twice. You know, 88. He'll be down to 70. He's on a breaking ball at 70. So that's a pretty good span of 20 right there, and a lot of those spots in between. 2-2 the count.
And in fact, you could probably take it even further and say when a guy like this is on his game, he may be more frustrating to face because the hitter says, listen, he's topping at 90. He's throwing cutters at 83. Wow, how am I, how are we missing this guy?
Yep.
But they just play around with him.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss. He had him out in front.
And that was, it had him out in front on a pitch that was right down the middle. Look at the arm speed on this. Well, look where it ends up. You're thinking, oh, this is going to get hammered. Way out in front. And here will be a great look at it.
Now B.J. Upton. Upton lifts a high fly ball to left. Jones will go to the wall, and it is gone. Home run for B.J. Upton, number 6. And the Rays are on the board. B.J. lost this one out of here. Well, he timed that one up.
He got a breaking ball. That was left out over the plate, but B.J. picked up the spin on it. Let's see exactly what this pitch was. Looked like that was one of those cutters. And B.J. picking up that side spin, stays right on it. Great finish, great carry, loft with that pitch.
First pitch to Keppinger is a strike on the outside part of the plate. So the Rays go deep and get on the board. Count is 1-1. Two balls and a strike. Two and two. That home run for B.J. is first since the 17th of June when he connected off Josh Johnson of the Marlins. Connecting off Freddie Garcia here tonight. Number 6. And Keppinger is out. That'll be the second strikeout. Take a look at this one.
Well, how about the last 2 pitches? That little cutter that he took something off of again, low 80s, and then comes right back. Very rarely do you see Jeff Keppinger that off balance on a swing. Now, you'll see him strike out from time to time, but most of the time it's looking. But completely fooled by that pitch, and that goes back to the pitch before it, the change of speeds. Very rarely see him awkward.
There's Ben Zobrist, who takes a curveball for a strike. Two outs, a run home on the home run. This one is down, 1-1. Ball hit right to Cano, and he makes the play. B.J. with a home run. Came on the first pitch. He saw the at bat, and the Rays get a run. At the end of 4, it's 2-1 New York. Tonight, the Rays and the Yankees opening their series. Let's get the answer to our AT&T trivia question. Looking for 4 active players with 3 consecutive seasons hitting over 300 with 20 or more home runs. Well, we've seen 2 of them on this homestand. One tonight, Robinson Cano, 3 seasons. Miguel Cabrera, the other one, and then over to the National League for the other 2.
And I was absolutely right, Dwayne, and I knew it. All good players.
Right again.
Good numbers.
Yeah. Derek Jeter breaks his bat, pops up the baseball. Caught by Johnson. Elliott Johnson out at short. And the barrel into the bat, retrieved by Rob Drake, the third base umpire.
Boy, this bat just explodes. Right by Jeff Kebicher down there at third. To be studied.
Jeter's the first out. Here's Curtis Granderson. The pitch is a strike. Granderson is grounded to first and struck out swinging. This one is fouled back. One of 2 strikeouts posted tonight by the Rays lefty. You got Jeter in the second and Granderson in the third. Jose Lobaton and Joe West have a little running conversation going on. Foul out of play. Still 2 strikes. Angels have a 1-0 lead. Bottom of the 5th at Cleveland. Kansas City up 6-2 on Toronto. Bottom of the 4th in Toronto. Pitch is down. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, that's good down. That breaking ball ahead in the count like he was, trying to get Granderson to chase. Still could do it again. You can come back with a fastball up.
And he misses with that one.
That was a good take by Granderson, because that was a very enticing curveball there.
A 2-2. And he takes this one. Again, a breaking ball down.
Well, that
was 3-2.
That was the 3rd one down in a row. After the first 2, Granderson had a pretty good beat on it. Sees the same spin in the same location.
And there's a strike call. He just stayed right with that curveball and got him to take one.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
the first 3 below the zone. And this one, he comes and catches the bottom. Gives up on this one. Just enough. Lobaton does a nice job of going out and getting that pitch before it can drop any further for Joe Westview.
Mark Teixeira on a line drive on a first pitch fastball, base hit, 1 hop to Upton. So Teixeira is on for the 3rd time with a double, a walk, and now a single. 2-out base hit. Time for the Just for Men Auto Stop Foolproof Stat. Combined since the 1st of June, Matt Moore and David Price 8-1. The team 8-3 in those games, just as the Rays have been counting on Matt Moore and David Price. You can count on Just for Men Auto Stop for foolproof results. Alex Rodriguez now, and the pitch is a strike around the knees. Rodriguez has been on twice with a single and a walk. downstairs. So the 3 and 4 spots occupied by Teixeira and Rodriguez collectively. 5 plate appearances. They've been on base all 5 times. The count is 1-1 here to Alex Rodriguez. Tapper towards short, charged by Elliott Johnson. Throw to first. He got him. A little bobble there, and the throw a little bit high, but he still managed to get him. A man left, bottom of the 5th coming, 2-1 Yankees.
Is 2-1. We have a great text poll question for you today, and it has to do with the best hitters in the American League. Who is the best this year? Is it Mike Trout, guy's 20 years old, leads the league in hitting? Trumbo, Robinson Cano, who has a single and a run driven in tonight? Ortiz, Hamilton, or Cabrera? Text your vote. 789-789 standard rates do apply, and don't forget, all night long during the game, check us out on @SunSportsRays on Twitter. We're tweeting, got some interesting threads going, and we'll be here for you all night long.
All right, Barry, thank you very much. Luke Scott leads it off. Want to know the count to Luke Scott. That's in there. 1-1. Lobatone next, and then Rhymes. Scott line into a double play his first time. That liner down to Teixeira. 2-1. Now it's 3 balls and a strike. Is popped up on the left side. Alex Rodriguez into foul territory just outside the bag makes the catch. That's the first out here in the bottom of the 5th. Rays have been out hit 7-3 and they trail 2-1 in this game. Jose Lobatone up here. He lined to right his first time. Freddie Garcia out there, 1 out into the 5th. And the pitch is a strike. Joe Girardi would be happy to get 5 innings out of him in his first start since the 28th of April. This one is up. It's 1-1. The Rays got the run by Upton, so his pitch count has been very good all night. Check swing and a foul ball. It's 1-2.
Well, you can tell the effectiveness of Freddie Garcia tonight by the swings that the Rays have had. Very few aggressive big hacks. Like that little check swing by Lobaton, some pitches that were taken. Remember the couple of swings at the end of Jeff Kevinger's at bat. Done a nice job of keeping this Rays offense off balance.
1-2, fastball. There's a fastball at 86. We have seen him on a couple pitches as high as 90. The 2-2. And strike 3 called. Lobaton. Strikeout number 3, victimized by Garcia.
Well, you're just not able to ever get comfortable up there at the plate. Watch this. Lobaton gets off balance, doesn't even swing, but you see him just trying to hold up and just never following, not doubling up on pitches, just constantly different location, different speeds, different breaks.
Will Rhymes. That first pitch is a strike. Rhymes had a base hit in the third.
I'll tell you, the other thing he's done is he's kept the hitters off balance just enough with the fastball in. Doesn't pitch in there very often.
There's a liner into center, and it's going to drop in front of Granderson. Rhymes is 2 for 2. 2-out single by the Rays infielder. You know, the other thing he did with that fastball, you talk about establishing a fastball, or at least planting the seed. He did that early with a couple 90-mile-per-hour fastballs. You don't expect that from him. 86, maybe 88. He popped a couple of 90s in there, so he got that into the mix early, and then has just worked all over the place, changing speeds and locations the rest of the time. The first pitch, there's a curveball for a strike to Elliott Johnson.
Sometimes all you got to do is plant that seed. You know, they know this guy doesn't like to pitch in. All of a sudden, a few early in the game, you're like, hey, he's coming in there. Now we're not so aggressive diving out there. That kind of opens up the outside corner. He's been pretty good with his command.
Rhymes back in at first.
Pretty good, actually, been really good. But still, the Rays just down by 1 run.
Rhymes again back at first base. Well, Matt Moore made a nice recovery after the Yankees were aggressive on the fastball in the first inning. So he's pitched well himself tonight, Matt Moore. Up against the veteran Freddie Garcia. Pitch is up and away, and it's a ball and a strike. Moore in the upper 70s in pitch count through 5, chatting with Jim Hickey. Pitch is high. 2-1. Johnson popped out his first time. He's done most of his damage offensively as a left-handed hitter. And he lines it foul up the right side beyond the bullpen. Two the count to Elliott. Rays have managed base runners in every inning except the first. 2-2 pitch, and a swing and a miss. Johnson will be out with that toss to first. So Elliott Johnson strikes out. No runs, a hit, and a man left. We're through the Subway fifth. 2-1 New York. Tonight by your local Southern Ford dealers. By Subway Restaurants. Play hard, eat fresh. And by Sagicor. Plan a bright financial future today at SagicorLifeUSA.com. Rays continuing their homestand. First game of the series against New York. 2-1 the score. Robinson Cano will lead off for New York, then Swisher and Jones. The Rays lefty Matt Moore out there. The first pitch is a fastball wide. 1 ball, no strikes. Three strikeouts for Matt tonight. This is down. A couple of fastballs out of the zone. 2-0. A couple of walks, 2 runs, 7 hits. And a broken bat, ground ball, deep short from the outfield. There's no throw. And Johnson had him pulled up toward the middle. Had to go back to his right. By the time he got to that ball, there was no chance.
Well, and a hitter like Robinson Cano, when you get that kind of contact, you're feeling pretty good about your chances. But you see where Elliott Johnson is, and that ball just fisted out there to the left side, and no chance for a play.
Nick Swisher. First time the Yankees have put the leadoff man on since the first. And Jeter opened the game with a double. Pitch fouled right back by Swisher. Strike 1. Swisher hitting right-handed, of course, against Moore. 240, a little over 240 right-handed, 270 for the year. Pitch is down. 1-1. Moore got him to ground into a double play to limit the New York damage to 2 runs in the first. That's a strike. 1-2.
A good curveball there by Moore. Again, right to the bottom of the strike zone.
Or Garcia in the first game of the series. The fastball moves him back a little bit. 2-2.
Nothing wrong with that pitch. You try to take a shot in there on a 1-2 count, try to freeze Nick Swisher, and even though you miss your spot, it still is able to serve a purpose. And spin him out of there, and now you can go back down and away or just down.
He misses away. Fastball. 3-2. More in the mid-80s in pitch count. Andrew Jones on deck.
Now he got him to hit into a ground ball double play on a full count changeup.
Three-two. Runner goes this time, and the pitch is fouled. He came back with a breaking ball.
He's showing a lot of confidence in the off speed. Obviously, not a situation where you want to walk a guy. You've already got a runner at first, nobody out. But Matt Moore trying to make a pitch. Sign of maturity and confidence.
Cano breaking on that last pitch. 3-2. Going to move over the first base this time. Yankees have 2 runs, 8 hits. The Rays 1 run, 4 hits. Fly ball right field. Zobrist to his left a few steps has it. That's the first out here in the 6th. Drive by Tropicana Field Friday, July 13th, when the Rays battle the Red Sox and see Grammy Award winner Train and a free post-game concert performing all their hits like Hey Soul Sister, Drops of Jupiter, and Drive By. For tickets, visit RaysBaseball.com. Andrew Jones now. He's popped out and flied out. And lines it into left. First pitch fastball. There's a base hit. Cano stops at second.
Well, Andrew Jones able to get on top of that 94-mile-an-hour offering by Matt Moore. This ball's up, and so's the swing. Right on top of it. And just lines this right out into left field. Nice swing there by Jones.
The Rays have a man in scoring position. Cano at second. Jones at first on the base hit. And Jason Nix about to step in. Nix singled in the 4th. 3 of 5 in that first inning with men in scoring position. 0 for 2 since then. And the pitch is down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Rays would like to see the double play ball. The pitch is down. 2-0. Jim Hickey's going to head to the mound. Hickey went out there in the 3rd after Moore had walked Teixeira and Rodriguez back to back with 1 out. And that's when he got that line drive double play on the very next pitch after that conference. Robinson Cano hit a line drive right back at Moore, who turned it into 2.
And I will tell you from a pitcher's point of view, when Jim Hickey gets to the mound, the first thing you're going to say is, it better be good. It better be really good, because I'm in the middle of a count here. If you couldn't tell, I'm in a little bit of trouble. and in a 2-0 count. So whatever you have for me better be a game changer. Stay tuned.
We'll see. The 2-0. And a ground ball to short. Johnson to Rhymes 1. First base 2. And for the second straight time after the visit, a double play. This one 6-4-3. Well, that could be a game changer. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 2-1 New York. Scored 2 in the first. Teixeira's fly ball to right, misplayed by Hideki Matsui into a double. Jeter scored. A base hit later. Robinson Cano singled home Mark Teixeira. Rays got their run. And B.J. Upton belted one into the seats to the left. That came in the 4th inning. Rays coming into bat in the bottom of the 6th, and they're down 2-1. Jennings hits it on the ground to Nix at shortstop. First throw to first. 1 pitch, 1 out. Freddie Garcia is still out there, up around the 70 pitch mark, and there's action in the Yankee bullpen. Carlos Pena due up here. We had the left-hander Clay Rapata busy. And now Cody Epley just got up. They had Rapata up a moment ago, and Epley, the right-hander, had just started to loosen. So they'll let Garcia face Pena. See how it goes here. 70 pitches for Garcia. A little tap foul. Pena struck out his last time. Rays have the right-handed bats of Upton and Keppinger following in the lineup. An 0-1 count. Upstairs, count is 1-1. Garcia got Jennings on 1 pitch. Now 2 balls and a strike. And Garcia on the last couple pitches, particularly that pitch up to Pena, in the neighborhood of a little over 70 pitches. He might be extended about as far as they want to go with him.
Hey, sometimes you get tapped out.
And a long drive to deep right It's a 2-2 ball game. Pena's 12th home run of the year. So Carlos Pena hits the second home run the Rays have hit tonight. Both solo shots. This one pulls them even.
Well, Carlos just waits on that pitch and then goes out and gets it with some authority. That's the reaction of a pitcher who doesn't need to wonder if that ball's going to leave.
B.J. Upton's due, and now here comes Joe Girardi. And Girardi's now going to make the move to the bullpen. So 1 out into the 6th inning. The Yankees will go to the bullpen. 5 1/3 for Garcia. He'll leave with this game tied. Call to the bullpen brought to you by Metro PCS, wireless for all. Garcia, he departs, giving up 2 runs in 5 1/3 on 5 hits. He struck out 4, didn't walk anybody. As you can see, the last few pitches, mechanically he was a little different. And now Cody Epley on for the 25th time. And he'll face B.J. Upton, who had homered earlier off Garcia. Chops it to third, even with the bag. This is Rodriguez with a low throw. Safe at first as the ball one-hopped in, and Upton beat it out for a base hit.
Well, Alex Rodriguez down there at third base trying to make sure that he gets a hop that he can handle, combined with the speed of B.J. Upton getting up the first baseline. That's why this was a hit. Kind of backs up there, then he's going to throw it flat-footed, trying to skip it there, but B.J. beats it.
So a base hit, number 6 for the Rays. Jeff Keppinger. Keppinger, a late entry into this game, hitting in the 2nd for Matsui, who left with a hamstring issue. Keppinger 1 out of 2. Toss to first, Upton back in. Epley recalled from Scranton in the middle of May. Had 3 stints with the Yankees. And he whips that first pitch in there for a strike.
Boy, Epley, much like Clay Rapata from the left side, comes from that true sidearm angle. Very difficult on right-handed hitters. that appearance that the ball's being released from somewhere behind them.
Over to first. Upton back in. He'd been in the Texas Rangers organization, was designated for assignment and claimed off waivers by the Yankees. That was in the first week of April. Pitch is down. 1-1. He's trying to build an inning. They have pulled even. And a ground ball by the mound is short. Nick steps on the bag, throws to first as Keppinger grounds into the 6-3 double play. Rays get a run on the home run by Carlos Pena, and at the end of 6, the game is even 2-2.
Scary moment for Joe Madden and the Rays on Saturday during retro night when Jeremy Hellickson against Prince Fielder got drilled by a line drive on the right shin. Here's another look. Hellickson took it right off that right shin on the line and would have to leave the game. Ron Porterfield came out along with Joe and the trainer and Jim Hickey, the pitching coach. Today, Hellickson threw his bullpen session. First time he's been back on the mound since that injury, and fortunately it went well. Just in case, at AAA Durham last night, Chris Archer was scratched from the start. He did start tonight, so obviously everything looks good for the Rays and Jeremy Hellickson to make his start in Cleveland on Thursday, guys.
Yeah, Hellickson came away from that saying, I'm going to start in Cleveland, so I guess he's all set to go. First pitch here in the 7th. Chris Stewart fouls a fastball back, strike one. This game tied 2-2. Rays with a couple of long balls in this game. Pitch is upstairs. Rays lefty Matt Moore approaching the mid-90s in pitch count, and Joel Peralta is up in the bullpen. With a strike at the knees, now 1-2. Moore coming off a 3-0 June after a 1-5 start. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Curve ball down. High pop foul, left field side, and the ball is out of play. And bullpen area. Pitching keeping the Rays in this game. The 11th of June, the Rays were in first place. They've gone 6-13 since then, and have struggled to score runs. Ground ball foul. Holds the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stewart leading off the 7th. And there's ball 3. Full count.
As you get ready to wrap across this order once again, Jeter lurking in that on-deck circle. You need to make a pitch here.
3-2, and he lost it. Boy, that's a big walk right there.
Yep.
In a tie game. The number 9 hitter, Stewart, draws a leadoff walk in the 7th.
That's absolutely right. And now you've got, like I said, the top of the order. It's dangerous all the way through this lineup, but you've got these guys coming back around now, facing you for the 4th time.
And Derek Jeter heads to the plate as Jim Hickey heads to the mound.
And did you see Matt Moore like a true pitcher? He's standing out there with his face facing home plate, and the eyes are over in the Rays dugout. Like, are they coming? Is somebody coming? Oh, that was a great shot. As he realizes that walk was a big no-no. And by the way, that pitch was pretty close. It was called a ball. Trying to go away, that ball ended up in. Very, very close.
The Rays break up their conference on the hill. Stewart, the catcher, has walked.
Good visit there too that time by Jim Hickey, because you're facing a guy for the 4th time. Hick wants to know exactly how we're going to attack this guy. What are we going to try and do? And this is how we're going to defend him.
Jeter started this game with a double. Moore struck him out with a curveball in the 2nd, popped him up to short in the 5th inning. Here's Stewart, the runner at first, draws a peg. And over to first. And now Moore wants a new baseball. The mid of Lobaton, and down to second goes Stewart. So the situation becomes even more serious.
Well, yeah, because what happens right there, basically in a nutshell, is Matt Moore just threw a bunt without the benefit of an out. Got aggressive with that fastball up off the glove of Lobaton, and that's going to allow Stewart to move into second base.
The same as a leadoff double now.
Yeah.
Runner at second, nobody out. 1-0 the count to Jeter. And Jeter tries to bunt him over to third and fouls that pitch out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Boy, and really with Derek Jeter, with his propensity to hit the ball the other way, I'd stick with swinging. He does a great job of staying inside the baseball.
Yeah, that's his natural swing anyway.
It is. We've already seen him go that way. Try to stay inside the. Look at that, 45. You've got 79 out of 99 hits up the middle of the other way.
Run again and did not offer at that pitch. It's 2-1. Anderson on deck. 2-1, and he lifts a fly ball to right. Zobrist getting into throwing position, makes the catch, tag. Stewart heads to third, and he'll make it ahead of the throw.
Well, it was deep enough. Fly ball was deep enough, and Ben Zobrist reached high for that fly ball behind his head and had a long way to go to get it to the throwing hand. So there was just no chance of getting Chris Stewart there. As he gets behind it, gets ready to come forward, but then he's got to reach up and behind his head. A little bit longer of a transfer. I don't think it would have mattered anyway. That was a little bit too deep.
So a game moment right now in the 7th inning. 2-2 ball game. Curtis Granderson. Infield pulled up. And the pitch taken tight and down. 1 ball, no strikes. Anderson twice has struck out tonight. And he fouls it. 1-1. Anderson trying to avoid the strikeout. That's exactly what Moore would like.
Now the key is to make quality pitches until you get to 2 strikes. Then you try to put them away.
And a foul ball. Just a little piece of that one, a curveball. And it's 1-2.
Now, much like anything else, you're thinking strikeout, but you realize there's a process. And I've got a few pitches before I get that opportunity. Well, now you're there.
1-2. And a ground ball foul. The right side. Foul the fastball. He got him on a fastball away in the 3rd following a breaking ball. He got him looking at a breaking ball in the 5th. And a hot shot foul off another fastball. Just foul.
Not a bad idea with that curveball. You're up in the count 1-2. How about a curveball right off of that fastball? Outer half to get him to reach for it. See how he stayed back so nicely on that. That ball just foul. Curveball, outer half. See if he can weigh back on it.
And he hits a fly ball. Not too deep toward left center. Upton's going to make the catch. Tag at third. The throw to the plate is not in time. And New York will take the lead. Well, Upton and Jennings.
That's right.
Trying to figure out who's going to make that catch out there.
And it screwed up the timing of the play. B.J. Upton had to almost like reach for that ball moving to his right, and then just took too much time to get rid of it because of the miscommunication out there and wondering what was going to go on with his left field counterpart. Watch as he tries to like reach for it, get out of the way of Jennings. Now look at that. That just takes too much time. Good strong throw.
So the Yankees get a run in the 7th. First pitch to Teixeira. It's high, 1 ball, no strikes. Well, the leadoff walk to the catcher and then the wild pitch has set up this inning for New York. 1 ball, 1 strike. And just 2 big mistakes by the Rays to begin this inning.
And Matt Moore, who's been so good all night long. After that first inning, he really started to mix his pitches well.
High fly ball, not too deep toward right center, and Zobrist is there to make the catch. So the Yankees pick up a run. We go to the bottom of the 7th, 3-2 New York. Of the 7th inning. Yankees scored the run without the benefit of a hit, taking advantage of the leadoff walk in the top half of the 7th. Get in on the action with exclusive on-field seating in the Papa John's bullpen box. Available dates going fast, so act now and make your group reservation behind the Rays bullpen. Call 855-GROUP-TB or visiting RaysBaseball.com. Ben Zobrist leads it off. First pitch to Ben is a strike. Epley out there on the hill. He finished off the 6th. Boone Logan is busy in the bullpen up the left field line for New York. Ground ball down to first. Teixeira with the toss to Epley to get Zobrist.
Wow, nice hustle there by Ben Zobrist, making that a play. That's a routine ground ball to first with Epley covering, and it was bang, bang. Race to the bag.
So Epley gets the first out with a left-handed bat, and Luke Scott to see how close it was at first. Joe Girardi now heads to the mound. That Boone Logan ready out there, and this call to the bullpen brought to you by Metro PCS, wireless for all. Three to 2, New York leading the Rays. Boone Logan, pitcher number 3 for the New York Yankees tonight.
Well, and he's on for the 40th time at a 2-0 record. Very good ERA, more than a strikeout an inning. Tall left-hander.
He leads this New York staff in appearances. And Sean Rodriguez will pinch hit to face Logan. First pitch is fouled. Well fouled.
Are you sure? Oh, and hey, that ball came down almost in fair territory off the light bank.
It was headed toward the upper deck down there and then ricocheted back.
I think that's David Robertson.
Bullpen.
Yeah, David Robertson down there came pretty close to him.
Pitch fouled back, a fastball. 0-2. Lobatone will be next. Sean has struggled against lefties, and he's been working on that with Derek Shelton. Pitch is down. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Sean not in the lineup against Freddie Garcia today. 0 for 3 yesterday's game. Started against Drew Smiley, the lefty. And this pitch is fouled right back. A fastball. Holds the count and a ball, 2 strikes. Brooks Conrad with a bat. Bill Chastain with a great play in the press box.
Didn't even need to flip down the glasses.
And he said, look, nothing to it. Do it all the time.
Just in case.
The veteran play. It's a little wide right there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bill Chastain, by the way, a multi-talented writer of sports, primarily baseball and novels. Pitch is down and a check swing by Sean Rodriguez.
We read a little bit of his now.
We blushed at some parts of them.
Excerpt.
We went right to that part, by the way. 3-2 the count now.
Racy.
And ball 4. Rodriguez draws the walk. Well, the Rays, who, as we discussed earlier, really have lived and died offensively by the walks, finally draw a walk, a pinch hit walk here by Sean Rodriguez.
Yeah, and he was down early in that count to Boone Logan, 0-2. Going to find his way down to first base.
So
a nice at bat. Absolutely.
Let the rally begin.
Yeah. Hey.
Jose Lobaton up here now. It's a nice job by Sean Rodriguez. Lobaton 0 for 2. Hitting left-handed tonight. Pitch is upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Want to know the count. Pitch down, blocked by Stewart. 2-0. One out walk drawn by Rodriguez. Raised down by a run in the bottom of the 7th. This one will get away, and down to second base goes Sean. Rodriguez now in scoring position.
The first 2 pitches to Sean Rodriguez, Boone Logan, strike 1, strike 2. Since then, just not able to get into any kind of rhythm out there. Ball's all over the place. This fastball gets away from Stewart, tracking down and away and just off the glove. That was after a couple breaking balls missed the zone.
Wild pitch against Logan. Three and 0 the count. And Lobaton takes strike 1. Yankees scored the go-ahead run in the top half of the inning. Keyed on the leadoff walk by the catcher Stewart. Up. Nix, the shortstop, back there for it and makes the catch. Lobaton is out number 2. Brooks Conrad has a bat. He's going to be the pinch hitter. Will Rhymes due up.
Yeah, that's all he's got. A bat and pine tar. Mix in a little bit of dirt. You got yourself an at bat.
So Joe Madden goes to the bench for the second time in this inning. A walk out of Rodriguez. It was wild pitch to second. And Girardi out of the dugout. So he's going to go to the bullpen one more time. This call to the bullpen brought to you by Metro PCS, wireless for all. Tropicana Field tonight. Rays have a runner at second with 2 outs. Game 2 tomorrow night. James Shields will oppose Ivan Nova. Shields 7-5 and Nova 9-2. First pitch 7:10, and we'll begin our coverage at 6:30. The Chevron starting pitching matchup tomorrow night. We'll have a 3:10 first pitch here on Wednesday. Our coverage begins at 2:30, and David Price will be on the hill for that one after his 12th victory of the year. Meanwhile, David Robertson, on for the 23rd time, is on to face Brooks Conrad.
Big strikeout guy, David Robertson. 35 this year in 21 innings of work. Remember last year, in 60 some odd innings of work, he had 100 strikeouts. Big power fastball. Great deception.
Conrad hitting from the left side. And the first pitch is the curveball, and it's too high. One ball, no strikes.
Yeah, Brooks Conrad, you're going to be careful if you're going to pitch him up around the belt to the letters. We've seen him hammer any number of pitches that have been left up in the zone.
And the pitch misses down and in. That was the fastball, and the count is 2-0. Elliott Johnson on deck should the inning progress that far. Robertson pitched perfect inning against Chicago on Saturday. And a strike at the knees at 93. 2-1.
And that gave you a pretty good indication there that David Robertson with that fastball has a little bit of cut to it. That ball just seemed to drift back over the plate.
turn, nothing doing. We saw Robertson's numbers coming into this game. He's given up 6 runs all year. 4 of those came in 2/3 of an inning against the Rays back on May the 9th. Two and one to count. Conrad waiting. And he takes one close. 3 balls and a strike. Four pitchers on the night employed by New York. 3-1 to count. And a high fly ball down the right field line, and it's going to be off the wall. Extra bases. Tying run scores, and Conrad hit it second with a double. 3-1 pitch, and Conrad hit it down the right field line. Just fair above the 322 marker, about halfway up the wall, and the game is tied at 3.
Well, you fall behind and you have to throw the ball out over the plate. Brooks Conrad, a pretty good idea of what's going to come. Here it is, that fastball with a little cut action. It never gets there. Elevated, Brooks Conrad hammers it, almost gets it out of here.
So it's tied 3-3. Conrad at second. Here's Elliott Johnson. Swinging and missing. Strike one. Curveball had some bite to it. Conrad off the bench delivering the RBI double. And now a strike taken, puts Johnson down in the count. 0-2. Run charged to Logan. Pitch biting low and in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rays got 2 runs off the starter Garcia. 2 solo home runs by Upton and Pena. Now a run in the 7th inning to tie it. It's down. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And how about that walk by Sean Rodriguez in an 0-2 count? Was able to work that walk. Get wild pitch to second base.
And that ball down, blocked by Stewart. And so the count is full. Johnson, who was down in the count, now runs it to 3-2. The walk here in the bottom of the 7th has led to a run, the same way the walk for New York in the top of the 7th led to a run. 3-2. Ground ball. That's a fair ball, and it gets beneath Teixeira. Goes up the right field line. Conrad scores. Johnson around second. He's going to head for third. He will make it, and the Rays lead 4-3. Elliott Johnson worked the count back to 3-2. Hit that ball just fair that got under Teixeira's mitt for an error. And the Rays take a 4-3 lead.
Well, finally, a bounce goes the Rays' way here. This ball chopped down the line, and it was just flat out missed by Mark Teixeira. Elliott Johnson hustling the whole way. This ball just flat out miss it. Nothing to say besides that. Have to give the Rays the lead.
So now the Rays up 4-3. Here's Desmond Jennings. The pitch is a strike to Desmond. Johnson at third on the error. And the go-ahead run is scored. Desmond looking for his first hit. Pitch upstairs. It's 1-1. Rays have scored twice in the bottom of the seventh. Jennings takes the breaking pitch for a strike. He's now down in the count. That error on Teixeira, his first of the year. Jennings pops it up, foul. Back near the stands, and it's going to come back and is caught by Stewart. That ball just playable. Jennings fouls out to retire the side. Rays score twice. Double by Conrad. Johnson, a three-base error, got the go-ahead run home on the air charge to Teixeira. Follow the Tampa Bay Rays all season long with a 7-day-a-week subscription to the Tampa Bay Times. Subscribe today and get one of the top 10 sports sections in the country. For an exclusive subscription offer, go to tampabay.com/Rays offer. Brooks Conrad stays in. He'll play second base, following Zobrist and Rhymes to that position. And Joel Peralta is the new pitcher. 7 innings for Matt Moore, and now Peralta.
Well, Joel comes on for the 38th time. He's worked 31 innings, 38 strikeouts, a .216 average against. Cut right through the heart of this Yankee lineup.
Alex Rodriguez to lead off the 8th inning for New York. Cano and Swisher will follow. The pitch is skied to deep right field. Zobrist will go to the wall. He's going to have room. He got it. Zobrist pinned up against the 370 marker. Stayed right with that one and made the catch. 1 away.
Now that breaking ball was able to track away from Rodriguez just enough. You see him go down and get underneath that ball. Very, very strong. It's a lot of carry out there to right center. Just not enough. Ben Zobrist back. 1 out.
One away, and Robinson Cano steps into the batter's box. Cano 2 for 3 tonight. Pitch is down. Moore worked 7, gave up 9 hits, 3 runs all earned. There's Kyle Farnsworth now up in the Rays bullpen. 113 pitches tonight. Ball 2, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks, 3 runs all earned, 9 hits, 7 innings. 113 pitches for Moore. Two and 0, the count, and a ground ball headed toward the middle, but right there, Elliott Johnson in the shift with the pickup and throw. Cano is out short to first out of the shift on a ball hit up the middle.
Well, Cano has used the middle of the field all night. Here, Elliott Johnson standing right up there, shading him. Going to be able to, a couple steps to his right, make the play. He's going to stay over there here for Nick Swisher.
The shift on Swisher. About to step in here against Peralta. Pitch is away. 1 ball, no strikes. Swisher connected off Peralta in the opening series back on April the 7th. 3-run home run in the 9th inning. The Rays won that game 8-6. Which is low. 2-0 the count. Both bullpens busy. Chad Qualls up, the right-hander, Rapata the left-hander. Qualls just joining this team. Farnsworth throwing in the Rays bullpen. And there's ball 3. 3-0. Peralta behind Swisher. Swisher lifetime 2 for 13 against Peralta, but with that home run. Andrew Jones is in the on-deck circle. Rio pitch. Swings and fouls it back with a big rip at the 3-0 pitch.
And he got a pitch that he felt like he could handle. That was an aggressive swing there by Nick Swisher, 3-0. He got a fastball. It was away. Watch this swing. Trying to tie it up right there.
Peralta in his first inning in relief of Matt Moore, who pitched the front 7. Swing and a miss. He had him out in front. And the count is full.
Well, you get that kind of a swing, 3-0. How about a little 3-1 split? How about now it's 3-2?
Full count, 2 outs, bases empty, top of the 8th. 4-3 game. The Rays with 2 runs in the bottom half of the 7th inning to grab the lead. Peralta's 3-2. And a ground ball right side picked up by Pena. Peralta covers and the Rays retire the Yankees 1-2-3. Peralta comes back from a 3-0 count to get Swisher. 4-3 Tampa Bay. Eighth inning. Here's what's coming up tomorrow on Rays Live, presented by your Gulf Coast Honda dealers. It'll be a preview of the pitching matchup, Shields versus Nova, and an update on Sam Fole and VA's breakdown.
Yes,
all
there will
tomorrow. And it begins. The fun begins at 6:30. First pitch, even more fun at 7:10.
You bring your gloves because we're going to get in deep.
Or boots.
Either one. Maybe both.
Carlos Pena on. He'll face Clay Rapata, the lefty, pitcher number 5 for New York. And his pitch is in there as strike. '37th appearance for Rapata. He's on to face the left-handed bat of Pena. Walls continues to throw in the bullpen. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Another sidewinder. We saw Cody Epley from the right side. Now Clay Rapata from the left. There's a good firm fastball there away from Carlos Pena.
Kansas City beat Toronto 11-3. Mike Moustakas hit a grand slam in that game. The pitch is away. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jared Weaver's now 9-1. He went 7 innings, and the Angels shut out Cleveland 3-0. Well, the Angels are playing great baseball, and they've been hitting and scoring runs as well. A great pitching performance again tonight from Weaver. Foul back. Shift on for Pena. Alex Rodriguez alone on the left side. Cano stationed out there in shallow right. Fernando Rodney now up in the Rays bullpen. To go, checked in time. Rapata really dropped down that time.
I'm trying to sweep that breaking ball. give it as much coverage as he possibly can. Try to get it Carlos Pena, entice him to swinging a pitch, moving out of the zone. Carlos able to hold up and even the count.
Two balls, two strikes. Pena just a piece of that one, fouling it away.
Well, you can see Rapata's fastball. We saw a pretty good firm one to Carlos at 88 miles an hour away. That breaking ball, 79, 80. Could you imagine, you know, him dropping down like that if he flipped one up there like 72, 73? You'd put some guys in the DL with a back. He comes spinning out of there because everything with Rapata in respect to his arm angle is hard.
2-2 and a swing and a miss. Running away from Pena. He chased it.
Took a couple of miles hour off that pitch.
So that's the first out with the right-handed bat of Upton due up. Joe Girardi heads to the mound for another pitching change. So it'll be Upton against Chad Qualls when we return.
Lead, one out over the Yankees. Mosaic Company and the Rays are working together to end hunger through home runs for food. Each Rays home run, Mosaic donates $500 to Feeding America Tampa Bay. So far, $39,000 has been donated.
Home runs tonight by Upton and Pena for the Rays. Couple of runs in the seventh, one unearned run. Chad Qualls is the sixth pitcher of the game for New York.
Well, we just saw Chad Qualls. Team was in Philadelphia. Let him go. The Yankees pick him up. See what he did with the Phillies.
He made two appearances in that series the Rays had with the Phillies. In fact, he faced B.J. Upton when Upton reached on catcher's interference over there. First pitch is down, a ball and no strikes. Cut a foul ball. 1-1. Garcia for 5 1/3. Epley pitched an inning. Logan a third. Robertson a third. Rapata a third. And now Qualls on with one out in the eighth. Big cut and a miss by Upton. It's the fastball that puts BJ down in the count, 1-2. Qualls had made 35 appearances with the Phillies at a 460 earned run mark. 2 is fouled. 1-2. Inside. Fastball at 94. Two and two. Keppinger on deck. And ball 3, a full count. Ball's missing with a couple of fastballs here after getting ahead. Is out on strikes.
How about the finish on that sinker by Chad Qualls? That ball tracked all the way in there, down in the zone, and then just disappeared like a left-handed slider. Watch this late life. It's gone at 92 miles an hour. Impressive pitch.
Two outs. Keppinger fouls it at the plate. Strike one. New York scored a couple in the first. The Rays one in the fourth, one in the sixth. New York one in the seventh, and the Rays two in their half of the seventh. Sliders in. 0-2 the count. And a tap foul. Still a 2-strike count. Keppinger 1 for 3 tonight. Fernando Rodney in the Rays bullpen. Ball 3 or ball 1 inside, a fastball 1-2. Fly ball into left. Jones is there and he makes the catch. Rays are out in the 8th inning. We're headed to the 9th. One of the Rays All-Star reps will be coming on to pitch the 9th. Fernando Rodney entering into this game with the Rays leading 4-3.
involves that guy. Who do you think's the best hitter in the AL this year? You've got TB1 Mike Trout, TB2 Mark Trumbo, TB3 Robinson Cano, TB4 David Ortiz, TB5 Josh Hamilton, TB6 Miguel Cabrera. Text your vote to 789-789, standard message and data rate supply. We will have the results for you in our Rays Live postgame show. Also coming up on the postgame show, you will hear from Joe Madden, Orestes Estrada, and I in center field. Dwayne and BA will break things down as well. Plus, we'll hear interviews from the locker room. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Todd. Changes for the Rays. Sean Rodriguez stays in the game to play second base. Moving over. And Conrad moves to third. So Rodriguez at second, Conrad at third. Fernando Rodney, the new pitcher for the Rays.
With all-star numbers all the way across the board, a strikeout an inning, 22 out of 23 in saves. 3 outs to get.
Raul Ibanez leads it off. He's pinch hitting for Jones. The first pitch misses. 1 ball, no strikes. And a strike. The changeup. Ibanez, 1 of 8 lifetime against Fernando Rodney. 2 balls and a strike. Rodney pitched the 9th inning in yesterday's game against Detroit, picking up an extra work there. He did have a save, picked up his 22nd save against Detroit Friday. That's a strike. 2-2.
Yeah, you know, you see that pitch coming out of his hand if you're Raul Ibanez and you want to turn on it, and then all of a sudden you just recognize it's, wait a minute, there's something wrong with this. It's the speed. At 83, you're protecting against 97.
2-2, way wide that time, something extra at 96.
Well, I don't know if I've ever seen Fernando Rodney load up on a fastball like that this year. He really tried to jump on that and spun off badly.
The count is full. And a ground ball down to first. Rodney covers. They got him on the 3-2 changeup. 1 away. So the leadoff man retired. Jason Nix due to hit, but he'll be lifted. Eric Chavez on to hit for Nix. Chavez 0 for 4, a couple of strikeouts and 2 walks in his time against Fernando Rodney. Rodney starts him with a strike. He takes a look at the change. One and one. And a foul ball back. That changeup hung up.
And I think that your look and the look on Eric Chavez's face was exactly the same. I think you both realized that might have been my shot to drive a baseball. That was an aggressive swing on a pitch that stayed up, and
wow,
the looks were similar.
1 ball, 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss. He followed it up with 98. Strikes him out. Well, he might have hung that changeup up there But that was the only chance he was going to give Chavez, who was late on 98.
Yeah, well, you get caught in between, and he's trying to protect the outside corner. And look at the late run on that pitch, forcing that swing by Chavez. He probably realized as he started the swing, no, this is not going to happen. 1 out away.
Now Dwayne Wise will pinch hit for the catcher Stewart. 2 outs with the bases empty. Wise 250 on the year. He's 1 for 3 lifetime against Fernando Rodney. And the pitch, he takes it for a strike. Short enough to take the pitch at 98, strike 1. Off. A 1-1 count.
That must be the move.
1 ball, 1 strike. A little tap foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Matt Moore, the pitcher of record for the Rays. Peralta worked the 8th. Moore the front 7. Fernando Rodney 2 outs and a 1-2 count on the hitter Wise into the 9th. Here it is, and he fouls it to stay alive. 98 again.
Yeah, these swings right here by the Yankees hitters, just outside of that 1 changeup to Chavez. Just trying to put the ball in play. Rodney comes right after you. That's been the command of the strike zone. That's been his big plus this year to go along with those great pitches.
1-2, way high, 99. He really tried to pop that one up there.
His command of the strike zone most of the time.
We've seen a couple pitches in this outing that we really haven't seen all year. His command has been so great.
Absolutely right. Big moment here, though. This Rays team jonesing for a win.
The pitch and a tapper right side. Rodney will cover the toss in time. Rodriguez to Rodney, and this game is over. Fernando Rodney gets 2 ground balls and a strikeout in the 9th inning to save this game, and the Rays are winners 4-3. They've taken the first game of this series, or the Rays came in here badly needing a win. They scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th to take a 4-3 lead and make that stand up. Matt Moore is going to get the win. He is 5-5. Robertson, the losing pitcher, 0-3. Fernando Rodney picking up save number 23. Took 2 hours and 57 minutes to play this one. And the Rays win their 6th game of the year in the season series against the Yankees. They're 6-4. And Fernando Rodney on that ball hit to the right side was headed to first base.
Absolutely no hesitation. Ball to the right side. You break whether it's needed or not. You can always pull up. Can always pull up, but he breaks, and guess what? He is needed with Carlos leaving first base, and a nice play there to end it by the Rays defense.
So the Rays win their 42nd game of the year. Take this game 1 of a 3-game series from the New York Yankees. They got home runs tonight from B.J. Upton and from Carlos Pena. Right now, let's go to the field and Todd Callis.
Dwayne, thanks. With Brooks Conrad, Brooks, pinch hitting is not an easy duty, especially when you face a guy for the first time. What was your information on Robertson? What was your plan going to the plate?
Well, hadn't faced him, seen a little bit on TV and some of the reports. Know he's got that great cutter, so I told myself to make sure I'm on time if I'm going to swing at it, and try to get it out in front. And still actually got in on my barrel a little bit, but got enough of it to get it out there. So it was a fun at bat. It was tough, but it was a fun at bat.
We'll take a look at it here. The 3-1 pitch. You got almost enough to get it out.
Yeah, it was close. It was close. Like I said, it got in me a little bit. I still got a whole lot of movement going on this ball there, and got on the barrel a little bit, but put a good enough swing on it to hit it far enough out there.
Life as a pinch hitter, you prepare, and then you see a lefty out there. Next thing you know, they're switching it up on you.
Yeah. I mean, that happens a lot too. Being a switch hitter, I got a lefty out there, so I'm on deck the other way. If I get another guy, I got to switch it over. I had a little bit of experience of that in the other league, National League, and it's nice to get those opportunities here with the Rays. Joe using his bench so much. It's a good situation.
This is your first game at the Trop in an AL East contest. You sense a little different energy from the crowd and the team in general?
Oh, it was great, man. It was great energy tonight. Getting real loud there at the end of the game. That's what we like, and it was good. A lot of Yankee fans here too. So, but we ended up getting louder than them there at the end. So it was a great crowd tonight.
I think that was a big win for the team after a difficult series against the Tigers and being swept by Kansas City.
Yeah, I mean, Detroit came and played us really well, but we know we're a good ball club. Everyone is huge, obviously, but we know we're a good ball club. We just got to keep coming out, keep working at it, and we'll be okay. But definitely a big win for us tonight after having a tough series last series.
Thanks a lot, Brooks.
All right,
guys, back to you.
All right, Todd, thank you very much. Well, the Rays have won 8 in a row over the Yankees here at Tropicana Field, going back into the 3rd week of July last year. This is their 4th win over them here this year, and a big one, 4-3, as the Rays knock off the Yankees to take Game 1. For Brian Anderson and Todd Callis, this is Dwayne Stats. Hope you've enjoyed the telecast. We'll be back in just a moment.